everybody, I am here for another week in a row. That's crazy. So, it's Tuesday, so I had my weigh-in last night.
What, Mommy?
I'm right here, silly. And I'm in the car again. I've obviously got the littlest in the car, so, I could be distracted. But where we are at, I had a really tough week mentally. Obviously, right now I'm feeling a bit better. I'm a bit more solid, but so last week, the program has you on complete meal replacements for 16 weeks, and then on week 17 you begin transitioning to real food again. The way that it goes is very slow. It takes about 4 to 5 weeks for you to get completely back to normal, your new normal, or what's supposed to be your new normal, because obviously if you go back to the way that you were eating before, you're going to go right back to where you were weight-wise plus some. So you don't want to do that because that was not healthy. So the way they do it is over 4 to 5 weeks, you replace your meal replacements with real food meals, and they do it very slowly. So the first week you replace one meal supplement with an actual meal, but it's very specific. You need to have 220 calories of lean protein and about 25 calories of cooked vegetables, specifically cooked because we've been on all of this product for so long now that, basically your gut is reset and is not used to real food. So trying to digest real food when you haven't been doing so for 4 months can be kind of tough. So you have to kind of work your system back up to it. So doing cooked vegetables so it's not as difficult for your body to process. I realized I've been saying so a lot. Anyway, that's how the first week is supposed to go. Now, because I have been responding well, because I haven't been having any real big issues in terms of my reaction to the product physically, they offered for me to do a few extra weeks, but it was going to depend on weight-wise where I was and where my blood work was and a couple other things. So they looked at all of my labs, they looked at all of my weigh-ins, and they said, okay, you can stay on the product basically through the first of the year and then transition. So I'll still be on product, but it will be backing it down. I said that sounds great to me. Realistically, I've still got quite a bit to go, so I don't mind being on it completely for a little while longer. And I know that I'm going to need to go back to real food, obviously, because you can't stay on just meal replacements forever. That's definitely not healthy either. But mentally, I think I just wasn't quite ready. So the idea of going back to real food, so I say so soon, but I mean it's been 4 months, but I just wasn't quite ready. So I was trying to wrap my head around it, trying to be mentally prepared, and I was having a hard time with that. And so when they offered that, I said yes. I will be on it completely without going back to regular food and transitioning until about the first of the year, and then I will be starting transition. And after transitioning, you can stay on product up to 3 times a day, which for me, I'm on 5 a day right now. So that would mean if I did that way, I would be on 3 meal replacements and 2 actual meals a day. I'm not sure if I'll stick with that or stick with that for a while and then back my way down to more real food and other meal replacements. We'll kind of play that by ear. Other than that, I did weigh in. This week we're supposed to do a blood work, but it has to be fasting. And I completely forgot it needed to be fasting, and it needs to be fasting for 12 hours. So I completely forgot, and I couldn't do my blood work last night. And then I forgot this morning and had my shake, and so can't do my blood work now unless I can't do it today because I would have to fast for 12 hours and the lab will be closed by the time I can get in there. So hopefully I'll remember tomorrow and go get my lab work done. And then we did do our weigh-in. And like I said, I had a really, really tough week mentally. So knowing that we're going back to regular food soon, and especially with the idea of Christmas coming and then New Year's, and our family is really big on Christmas, so food is a huge thing. Treats are a huge thing, and it's not as much of a problem for almost anybody else in our family. Not nearly as many people in our family have sweet tooth issues. We have a lot of people that are like savory people, which that's great for them, but I'm a super sweets person. It's a big trigger for me, and I knew that if I was going to transition around Christmas, it would be extremely hard for me. So that mentality and knowing that I was going back to normal food soon, I had a really hard week sticking to the product and not cheating. And I didn't cheat, but it was really, really difficult. This was probably my first and most difficult week mentally that I have had altogether through the whole thing. Not even the first week was difficult at all mentally. So this was definitely by far the most difficult for me, which was kind of rough. But I was convinced that I wasn't going to have lost anything, even though I was sticking to it and still working out. I did miss a run, but I was convinced that I wasn't going to lose anything and maybe even gain. But I lost 3.1 pounds, which puts me at 51.2 pounds lost. And that is huge. That's amazing. I'm still seeing changes, and that also is amazing. I have some body dysmorphic issues. I have since I was a kid. I have always had body dysmorphic issues from the time that I can remember. Even back to when we were in therapy for, we're gonna go for a run and then we're gonna go to Costco.
No.
I know, honey. We were in family therapy because my parents got divorced, and we just ended up going into therapy, and the therapist brought it up at that point. Actually had told my parents that she thought I had some body dysmorphic issues, and that has never changed. So seeing changes in my own body and noticing that I am smaller and that I am fitting into my clothes more properly, and I am going down in sizes, and just seeing changes is huge for me personally. So that's been really nice. But yeah, 51 pounds down. That is huge and amazing, and I'm very excited about it. And I've still got about 40 pounds to go. I think, if I remember correctly, I think I'm officially out of obese, which I was technically and morbidly obese before. So if I'm out of obese, that's even more amazing. But it takes me until being 140 pounds to be out of overweight category. So, and that's another 30 pounds exactly. So I've got a ways to go. I've got 40-ish pounds more to go overall to be at healthy weights. So yeah, I've got a ways to go, but I am really happy with where I'm at. So I know you see construction vehicles over there. That's awesome. Anyway, I better go get this kid and do my run for the day and then go to Costco. So I will talk to you all later. Bye.